So, in this video, we are going to talk about how important soft skills are and what are soft skills in the first place, and how exactly a business owner, a businessman, person, regardless of which field you are in, regardless of how technologically and money wise sound you are, you need to have soft skills. And we'll tell you some nuggets from our past business experiences and what are our favorite soft skills, the things that helped us. And yes.
Okay, so at the end of the video, when you watch the whole video completely, you will have a complete understanding of why soft skills make you a better business person, and understanding what your customers want and need, and having the proper conversation so that you get more sales. Hi, I'm Prathamesh and I'm a digital product consultant. I help people to take their skills online via digital products, ebooks, courses. And this is Garima. Garima, you want to introduce yourself?
So, hi, my name is Garima. I'm a marketing and sales strategist wherein I help businesses to build their own marketing and sales strategy through a consultation format. Okay, so a very common thing. So since last few days, I'm taking a lot of sales calls, of course, and uh, there's one thing which I saw very common among so many of leads are telling this constantly, that we spend so much money on our ads, and like funnels, what is your funnel setting, how can my offer be, and what budget are you going to put, and all that stuff, that nothing worked out for us and we have put so much money, hired such a big agency, and blah blah blah. But the thing that I noticed among all of these people was there's no strategy in what they are speaking. There's no clarity in even the product that they're selling. Forget about a service based industry, but even a product based industry don't know what products, what are their products, what do they want to sell, and uh, like everything is all over the place. The only focus they are doing is in putting money in ads and campaigns and all that fancy campaign setting and everything, and relying simply on just that without even knowing the ABC of their own marketing strategy. Forget about general marketing strategy, but as a business, what they're supposed to do, they don't know.
Yeah.
And then they complain with all the agencies ki nobody worked for us, nobody gave us the ROI, and that's what we are expecting.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. A lot of business owners, they just think ki agencies are some magicians, that they're just going to hand out leads to them, and those leads are suddenly going to turn into sales, right? If I've ever run a lead generation campaign on Meta, you know how worse kind of leads you can get by just trying to get a lead generation ad, right? I mean, think about it. The people, they watched your ad, they filled up some details, and you think they're suddenly going to just buy thousands and thousands worth of products or services from you. That's just a myth, right? You have to craft a unique customer journey for people to actually know, like, and trust you.
And the funny part is, they blame the lead, they blame the market.
Yeah.
Ki they are the ones because of whom my business is not running. But I
Yes.
mean, let me break down that myth for you guys, that it's always you because of whom your business is not working.
That is so true.
Which brings us to the topic of this video, that how much soft skills are important, and at the same time how much, like how many people are there who do not know in the first place what soft skills are and why are they even important in the first place.
How would you define soft skills? Like, people would be thinking, not another YouTube video talking about soft skills. Like, how do you define soft skills in the world of cutthroat business?
In my opinion, in very simple way, soft skills is your personality, the habits, or in a way your education. So you can be educated and trained to have soft skills, and develop them more, optimize your soft skills more. I did it for myself. I know where I was in terms of conversation, sales closing, pitching, and content creation, like all those small details, copywriting. Where was I in terms of those things, and how far have I come
Like,
with.
why is it important for a business owner to get good at those soft skills? Can you tell?
Okay, so in a very simple terms, all these technical things like tweaking funnel, this, that, everything is fine, but they are unreliable because they can fail you one or the other day. But your habits, your personality traits, they cannot fail you, is what I believe in. And no matter how much budget you have, the technicals and everything, like everything in place, the only person or the only way that you are going to take your audience from a non-consideration stage to a consideration stage of buying from you your offer, your service, your product, is through soft skills, is through communicating with them, understanding their needs, confidence in yourself. These are like a small part of your soft skills, and that is why it is so important to have them in the first place, which a lot of business owners like miss out. But then what do you think, what is your opinion, why do you think they are important, soft skills are important?
I think, like, when you mean soft skills, I look at it more in terms of personality traits and the values that you have, right? And when I got in the journey of entrepreneurship, business building, from freelancing to coaching and consulting as well, solopreneur whole journey, I understood the work I did was building me more than I was building the work. And it actually helped me to understand my own personality. And like, you might have heard about this thing, right? Entrepreneurship is just personality development in disguise of earning money pursuit, right? So you understand a lot of things about yourself, your procrastination, your goal setting, and your conversational skills with your leads, with your customers, with your clients, right? And it brings out a lot of hidden weaknesses out of you, and you have to confront those hidden weaknesses, otherwise your business won't succeed, right? It's as clear as that, right? You might hire somebody who is better than you on that particular aspect, but at the first place, you need to be aware where you are stuck, or you need where you are actually bad, so that you can hire the right person, or maybe just get the right kind of software or help or a mentor, right, to plug that hole wherever you are stuck. For that, you need to be very well aware of about all of these values, and that comes from training your soft skills via your business.
I mean, yeah, exactly. It all compounds. Your traits, your personality traits, you working on those traits and habits, whatever, it all compounds eventually. And that, though, that is more important than any budget or any technical person that you hire, or like expensive gears and all that stuff. But so speaking of, let's, like, we are talking about soft skills, there are a lot of soft skills. Some among them is like storytelling, communication, confidence, and all that stuff. Would you like to like list few and then tell which one's your favorite, or something that has helped you a lot while building your business?
Hmm. By nature, I am an introvert, so as you.
Yeah.
But what I've realized is, when I used to go and talk to restaurant owners back in my freelancing days, I was actually doing freelance photography for restaurants and hospitality brands. So I used to remember it, okay, even though I'm a freelancer, even though I'm an introvert, for my freelancing business to succeed, I need to talk to these people and figure out what are the problems that they are having. And that is true for all kinds of businesses, right? You just need to talk to your prospects, your customers, your clients, your audience, and just ask about what problems are they having right now, right? And you just need to talk to them and have an attitude of curiosity, just sitting there and asking some questions and probing further about where they are stuck or what problems your prospects are having. That core skill of being curious and asking questions and just shutting the hell up after asking questions, so that you actually listen to all of the things that they say.
Like I'm
And
doing right now.
yeah, and not being a smart ass, just trying to fill up any gaps, right? You just need to sit there and just understand. That's all, right? So it was not directed at you at all.
I know.
I'm just saying, as an introvert, you have a power. You can just shut up and listen to all of these things very well. That's your superpower. I used to think that was my the weakness as compared to extrovert, but that works wonders in terms of sales conversation, especially on sales calls, where you are just asking questions and you are just understanding their situation better. Because if you just sit there and ask about their problems first, you are building a proper product, because if you know the problems, then you can find the solutions. And second, you're making them heard, right? You're making them feel heard, so that they will actually trust you and they'll actually give whatever you are asking them to give, right? Money, support, collaboration, whatever that be, they would actually trust you more in that aspect. So curiosity, hands down, that's the number one skill: listening and curiosity. What do you think? What is your favorite?
For me, it'll be, of course, communicating and confidence. And these two go in very hand in hand. So, like very like a simple story. I started off with sales call, like directly with sales. I was a freelancer, and education, everything that's different. But when I started the business, the first thing, even before I made my offer, was start with sales call.
Yeah.
And in that, the one thing that I remember was I used to have these like a chart key. Okay, after this I'm supposed to say this, then this, like whatever, like the entire sequence of a sales call, how it goes. If they say this, then what am I supposed to say, and all that stuff. And I remember, now that is where the confidence, where the communication part comes into the picture. That through that practice of taking sales call, no matter how bad I was in communication, I developed a practice wherein all the things came out naturally rather than sounding very robotic. Like earlier I used to have like these things ki, okay, this, no matter what the other person answered, I had to say the next line in my sequence.
Yeah.
And it used to be like so robotic. I can see the videos of my past sales call, they were so robotic. But with time, what happened was, and the funny part is ki, when I got my first sale, is after which the confidence came into the picture, like wherein my communication and my communication got better because of the confidence that I had, through which my sales calls started getting much more clearer, much more like a conversation rather than a robotic script that I'm reading.
Yeah.
And now I can literally see the difference because of my confidence, because of the work that I've put in for so long in this area of marketing and sales, whatever I do. Because of that, of course, the confidence has grew, and because of the confidence, communication has gotten much better, much smoother, and I can literally sense my aura while I'm like the personality that I have while now I'm on sales call. My answers are much clearer, my thoughts are much clearer, my the objection handling and negotiation, everything is very clear, much more clearer. So for me, and yes, being an introvert, even I used to lag a lot in conversation, like making conversation happen, and all that stuff. So yeah, for me, the best soft skill that I have developed and have practiced, and something that has proven to be really good for me, regardless of how bad my landing page would be or what my ad is, was communication and the confidence that I grew with time, with my knowledge. So having both of them, yeah, that's the biggest soft skill, which is exactly why I am such a big like I'm so big in soft skills, like developing soft skill. And technical is theek hai, that comes secondary. First is soft skill, because I started off like this, like that. Like I had no technical knowledge till date. I don't have a lot. I'm like 40% from, like earlier I was 0%. So and now I guess I'm 40% for that matter in terms of technology, understanding these technicalities of ad and meta ads and all that stuff. But the only thing that has brought me the success so far that I am into is my soft skill, and working a lot on soft skills, because technicality mein I was always a bit slow. I was
Yeah.
much more the hands-on creative art wala person. So technology comes a bit slow to me. So I let him handle all that stuff for me. But what I could do was develop more, optimize more on my soft skills, and that's what I did throughout. And I still am doing in my business style, like
You're more like Michael Scott from The Office. He's more into like people skills, conversational skills, and now expressing emotions, expressing stuff, rather than just relying on technology. And that's a huge differentiator. He got a lot of success. His branch, Scranton, Pennsylvania, paper company, even though it's like all fictional, there's a huge lesson from that, from The Office. It's, people would always trust people more, and if you are into people business, you need to know how to converse better, and understand exactly what is the other person saying, and are you able to understand their problems, and are you able to diagnose like a doctor what their problems are, are you able to give them a proper solution that is tailored for them. At the end, as a business person, that's exactly what you do. So in one line, Garima, at the start of the video, what is this video about? Tell me in one line. In this video, we are going to talk
Acha,
about.
वैसा. Okay. 1 2 1 2 3 go.
You can check out more information on our Instagram platforms. We are going to link both, and we'll see you in the next video. Okay, done.